investors like you to communicate with them in different ways. So sometimes, you know, it's a big turn off emails to investors because they have so many pitches. But if they actually know you and you approach them in a different way, they're more likely to open up the proposition. Some of mine, particularly in America, like to communicate on LinkedIn, and I have some that like Facebook Messenger. So I have to do Facebook Messenger as well. So there are different ways that they like to communicate, and I think it just depends on where they're based in the world, what they're doing, what the time frames is, and what is their chosen. So really, where I'd like to say this afternoon, what have I done with Gateway to Digital? We use that to where investment's concerned. I also own 50% of a piece of software called Genius, and that came about because the guys last year, I end up picking up so many shares. I couldn't even tell you how many companies I got shares in. They got into trouble. I was doing some piece of work for them. They couldn't pay me their cash flow, and rather than me put them in a situation where they were going to have to close, and I like the guys and I like the company, I said, okay, give me 50% share of your company. So there we are, and they did. Because otherwise it wouldn't have made it to Christmas, believe me. So what has happened is that I own 50% share in that company, which I've then tagged onto my digital, and because the piece of software which is generating leads, we sold this year. So it was a win-win for me and a win-win for the company Genius, because we sold it into Coluccio's, Cafe Nero. I've just sold it into Everton Football Club, so we're going to start with the football clubs now. It's just again, networks, who you know. And that is another thing, mentoring. If you're going